come on, yeah. Come on, yeah.
Gracious me!
Liverpool ranked 4th in the all-time Premier League table. Despite never winning the title itself, England's second most successful club have still had their fair share of Premier League legends, including national team captains, World Cup winners, and a Ballon d'Or recipient. My name is Josh, and this is the Liverpool Premier League 11 Topical Team Sheet.
Through a storm.
Kicking off this topical team sheet is Spanish goalkeeper Pepe Reina, who spent 8 seasons at Anfield. His debut season in 2005-06 was arguably his most successful, as he smashed a club record for consecutive clean sheets, with his run ending at 11 games in the 2005 FIFA Club World Cup defeat to Sao Paulo. He proved to be a key figure during that season and helped the Reds to the FA Cup final, where his penalty shootout heroics ensured he wrote his name in Liverpool folklore. At right back is Steve Finnan, who spent half a decade at Anfield, leaving with 4 major honours. He started the 2005 Champions League and 2006 FA Cup finals, both of which resulted in a winner's medal, whilst helping the red half of Merseyside achieve their then best Premier League points tally. He left Liverpool in 2008 as the 98th highest appearance maker in the club's history. Boyhood Evertonian Jamie Carragher spent a remarkable 17 seasons with Liverpool. Having spent the early part of his Anfield career in a variety of midfield and defensive positions, Bootle-born Carragher would go on to develop his no-nonsense, tough-tackling reputation as a centre-back, as appointed by Rafael Benitez upon his arrival in 2004, establishing an awe-inspiring partnership with Sami Hyypia. He ended the 04-05 season with a Champions League winners' medal and the Liverpool Player of the Year award. Despite earning the probably unwanted record of scoring the second most own goals in Premier League history, Carragher is the embodiment of a Liverpool legend and retired in 2013 as the club's second highest appearance maker. A mainstay at the heart of the Liverpool defence for a decade, Sami Hyypia left Anfield in 2009 as one of the club's most loved players. After initially forming a solid partnership with Stefan Oncho, he spent the 2000-2001 season as joint temporary captain, before being given the armband permanently in 2002, holding the role for a season. His partnership with Jamie Carragher was vital as the Reds secured the 2005 Champions League, and the former Finnish international ended his final Liverpool match in tears, leaving the pitch to a standing ovation. Despite being primarily a left-back, John Onorisa is synonymous with his long-range wonder strikes, including that free-kick rocket against Manchester United in 2001. Remarkably for a defender, he managed 10 goals in his first season for the Reds, whilst he opened the scoring in the 2005 League Cup final and grabbed a crucial assist for the first of Liverpool's 3 comeback goals in the Champions League final in the same year. By the time he transferred to Roma in 2008, he'd earned his way into the club's top 50 appearance makers of all time. Given Liverpool's lack of decent wingers in the Premier League era, I've had to go for a midfield 3, starting with Steve McManaman. Another boyhood Evertonian, McManaman began his Liverpool career in 1990, and despite only winning 2 major honours at the club, he helped cement his side's status as one of the Premier League's top sides in the 9 seasons he spent there. Unfortunately, the Englishman allowed his newfound fame to get to his head as part of the notorious Spice Boys, and ended up leaving Anfield under a cloud, following a case of toing and froing with a potential new contract, eventually joining Real Madrid in 1999. The personification of Liverpool Football Club, Steven Gerrard won 0 Premier League titles in the 17 years he spent at Anfield, and departed in 2015 as arguably the club's greatest ever player. After impressing Gerard Houllier as a youngster, Gerrard was awarded the Reds captaincy in 2003 at the age of just 23. His natural ability to lead became almost instantly evident, and he was the inspirational figure as his side overturned deficits in both the 2005 Champions League final and the 2006 FA Cup final, scoring and being named man of the match in both, making him the only player to have scored in all 4 of the English and European Cup finals. His final 9 years at the club saw him pick up only 2 more trophies, as well as finishing a runner-up in the Premier League twice. A winner of the Champions League, UEFA Super Cup and FA Cup, Xabi Alonso left Liverpool in 2009 as one of the club's most popular players in the Premier League era. The bromance he developed with captain Steven Gerrard played a huge role in the success of the club during his time there, and Alonso's equalising goal in the 2005 Champions League final came off the back of a penalty that the skipper had won. Similarly, in the FA Cup final the following season, it would be the Spaniard providing the assist for Gerrard's injury-time equaliser. His vision and range of passing was sublime, and he always had a wonder goal or 2 up his sleeve. When Robbie Fowler scored on his Liverpool debut in 1993, not even he would know how much of a club legend he would go on to be. His second game saw him score all 5 goals as the Reds dispatched of Fulham in the League Cup, whilst he only needed a further 3 games to bag his first league hat-trick. The 94-95 season was particularly fruitful for Fowler, as he picked up a League Cup winners' medal, scored the then fastest ever Premier League hat-trick, a record which stood for 20 years, and was voted the PFA Young Player of the Year. Another of his remarkable feats is that he is the only player to have scored 30 plus goals in his first 3 full seasons in England. Despite falling down the pecking order at Anfield, Fowler was named captain in the absence of the injured Jamie Redknapp in the 2000-2001 season, leading the side to League Cup glory and featured and lifted the trophy in the other 2/3 of their treble. He left Liverpool in 2001, spending 5 years at Leeds and then Manchester City, before returning in 2006 for a further season and a half. During his days as a boyhood toffee, Michael Owen could never have envisaged going on to achieve legendary status for their fiercest rivals. But that's exactly how he was regarded when he left Anfield in 2004. Having made his debut aged just 17 in 1997, Owen would go on to win the Premier League Golden Boot and the PFA Young Player of the Year the following season, which also saw him made the highest paid teenager ever in British football. The 2000-2001 season was arguably his best in a Liverpool shirt. He played a key part in the treble-winning season, including scoring both of his side's goals to overcome Arsenal in the FA Cup final, and was subsequently awarded the Ballon d'Or, the last Englishman to do so, and the first since Kevin Keegan in 1979. His departure left a huge gap that not many of his successors have been able to fill, having been the club's top scorer in every season since 1998. Luis Suarez's time at Liverpool was relatively short and very nearly sweet. The Uruguayan arrived at Anfield in 2011, and his impact was also immediate, scoring on his debut and helping steer his side from below mid-table to 6th place. A year later, he recorded the first of his 6 Premier League hat-tricks, whilst the following season saw him named in the PFA Team of the Year. But it would be during the 13-14 season that Senor Suarez would show just what he was all about. He became the first Premier League player to score 3 hat-tricks against the same club in December, the first Liverpool player to score 20 league goals in consecutive seasons in 18 years, and the first player since Ian Rush to score 30 league goals in a single season, single-handedly guiding the Reds to their best Premier League finish ever. Amongst the numerous Player of the Year awards he picked up, he also won the Premier League Golden Boot and the European Golden Shoe. Despite the racism and biting controversies that plagued his Liverpool career, Suarez left Anfield in 2014 as one of their most clinical ever strikers.
It's a team that we all live.
That concludes the Liverpool Premier League 11 Topical Team Sheet. Let's take a look at the squad again. In goal, Pepe Reina.
And we left them feeling blue.
At right back, Steve Finnan. At centre back, Jamie Carragher and Sami Hyypia. At left back, John Arnorisa. The three centre midfielders are Steve McManaman, Steven Gerrard and Xabi Alonso. The forward three is composed of Robbie Fowler, Michael Owen and Luis Suarez. So there you have it, a team sheet characterised by the individual and team successes of everyone in it. Despite no Premier League winners' medals in the Anfield Trophy cabinet, a place in English football history for each of these 11 players is guaranteed. This has been Josh for In the Dugout, your home of the beautiful game. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time when we take a look at another topical team sheet. Like, follow and subscribe for more content from In the Dugout, your home of the beautiful game.